And now, let's get ready to run down!
Getting reliable health information about the COVID-19 outbreak can be a lifesaver. Rumors and false information can help further spread the virus. To counter this epidemic, it is important to rely on information coming from professional and ethical newspapers, TV and radio channels, and news websites. Quality journalism is now more crucial than ever. During the COVID-19 outbreak, only trust official information sources and credible media outlets. Do not share unverified information. This is a message from UNESCO.
Radyo-Katipunan, 87.9 FM. Follow at radyo-katipunan in our social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitter.
Mamangha sa lalim at ganda ng ating kultura at diwang makabayan sa mga salita at pahina. Sa tulong ng mga guro at manunulat ng panitikang Pilipino, halina't tuklasin ang yaman ng ating panitikan, ang pamana ng ating lahi. Ito ang Sari-Sari, tuwing Miyerkules, 11:00 ng umaga, dito sa Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Iwasan ang pagkakaroon at pagkalat ng sakit na COVID-19. Palagiang maghugas ng kamay. I-check ang temperatura para sa lagnat. Umiwas sa matataong lugar. Iwasang hawakan ang mukha kapag hindi pa nakakapaghugas ng mga kamay. Iwasan muna ang pagyakap, beso-beso o paghalik sa ngayon. Maging maingat, maging ligtas.
Basta't laging handa at sama-sama, kaya natin to. Hatid sa inyo ng PCOO, DOH, KBP at ng himpilang ito.
Jesuit Music Ministry, music that uplifts the soul. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube. We are also on iTunes and Deezer. Get your daily dose of inspiration through our music. Follow jescom.ph on Spotify and Jescom Music on YouTube.
Do you have concerns or problems about the school? Pag may dilema, huwag mag-alala.
Sabihin sa sango. Pag may dilema, huwag mag-alala.
Locate our boxes around campus and simply fill out the forms in the stations. Drop them in the box and boom, you're done. You can also fill out our forms online.
Sabihin sa sango.
This is a service brought to you by Your Sangu. Pag may problema, huwag mag-alala.
Radyo Katipunan, 87.9 FM.
Calling on all young male professionals. Do you wish to live an extraordinary life? Are you tired of the routine and mundane and long for a dynamic, adventurous, and even dangerous life? Do you wish to make your life count and hope to make an impact long after you're gone? Do you wish to live a life of service to society, to country, and to dear Mother Earth? Then you are the one we are looking for. Consider the Society of Jesus. Join the Church's gallant army and turn your world upside down. Call the Jesuits Vocations Promotions Team, 426-6101, Local 3406. Once again, 426-6101, Local 3406.
Palalimin ang kamalayan sa mga isyong napapanahon. Makisangkot at makiisa kasama ang simbahang lingkod ng bayan. Ang Socio-Political Apostolate ng Kapisanan ni Jesus. Ito ang Kwentuhang Bayan mula alas 11 ng umaga tuwing Biyernes dito lang sa Radyo Katipunan 87.9 FM. Dahil naniniwala kami na posible ang isang mas mabuting lipunan at maaari itong simulan sa isang kwentuhan. Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Blue Eagle kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpa at tama. Buhay atenista sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng eskwela.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If it's entertainment you crave,
catch us on
New Wave, surfing through the latest on our shores.
every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m.
See you there! Hi everyone! Good afternoon. It's your midweek gang who's always ready to hang, coming at you live through Radio-Katipunan 87.9 FM via Zoom. Happy New Year! I'm Max.
And I'm Austin. And this is New Wave. Happy New Year, guys.
I can't believe we're back. Like, honestly, right when I was getting ready, I was like, it feels like we just finished the year. Like, I remember when we closed off last December and all of a sudden we're back. And like, I'm happy to be back. It's just, I'm also kind of like in a state of disbelief that we're already back and Christmas break is going to end soon.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, technically, it's already done. I mean, it's already January 12th.
Nope.
In denial, huh? But no, I'd say like one thing that I really noticed about this year is like, well, I'm waiting for us to go back to the recording booth because we actually did this entire thing over the course of quarantine.
Yes,
which would show like how long the show and how long quarantine's been going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
definitely. Like, I think that was like one of our goals last year. Like, oh, hopefully this year we get to go back to doing our shows on campus. Because like, not only do we miss doing this in the studio, but we also like kind of miss the fun we had on campus, like the walks going to jescom and stuff and all of that. And then getting to eat before and after. Like, it was a very different experience. And like, I think I still have that same wish for this year. Now, hopefully this year, before the year ends, we get to go back to doing our shows like safely. Of course, that's a priority, to getting to do our shows safely back on campus. But we'll see. I think
I mean, like, compared to last year's, I feel like this is our best chance because I mean, fingers crossed, even though with the whole Omicron and everything, it feels like people are safer or trying to be more safe now. Like, I noticed people who have jobs or like businesses who are in charge of employees, it's actually them who sometimes tell people not to go to work anymore instead of the government like putting on an entire lockdown. So I think that's like progress that we're learning how to handle the pandemic now.
Hopefully, but like, of course, you kind of don't want to get your hopes too high. So like, since of course every month is like pretty unpredictable. So we hope and pray. Yes, and we have friends here today who are also missing the studio, missing being on campus. But of course, we shall get to that later. Now, before we started the show today, you and our local find were talking about something that sounded really good. So please introduce the local find so we can talk about the food.
Ooh, of course, yes. Our local find for today is a homegrown business focused on delivering easy and ready-to-cook meals to its customers. Given the name Savor Flavor, this small business prides itself on selling authentic frozen Japanese marinated meat products to their customers. Only picking high-quality ingredients, Savor Flavor manages to balance out amazing flavors and quality with very little prep time. So to tell us more about this amazing business is its founder, Ryle T. Hey Ryle.
Hi, Ryle. Okay, so tell us about Savor Flavor, how you got the idea for it, and how it came to be.
So I started Savor Flavor like last year, June or July, somewhere that time. and we launched it because I had a cousin who was like super busy with like work and like but he loved eating food, you know. So on my end, I loved cooking, and I was thinking, what could I do that would make my cousin's life easier? So the best thing that I did was that I could do was I sent him some food. I was like, oh, if you have time, then even just 10 minutes to spare, maybe you can like cook these foods that I made for you. So they're ready to cook. And when he gave it a try, that was it, man. Like that was his verdict was like, oh, this is really good. Maybe you should start selling this. And so I tried. I did. So I asked my cousin, so how do you wanna go about this? Then so that's when we started planning everything. Like, okay, if it's frozen, it has to be the increase the quality of freshness. So like vacuum seal it. We bought a freezer. We bought a vacuum sealing machine. Everything. So all of that, and then so it just stemmed from that one request from my cousin. Can you like whip me up something that's quick, easy to make? Because you know he doesn't have time to cook his own food. Like you know the prep time of cooking the food. So I basically did all of the work, and then he just did the simple pan frying, and that was it.
Nice, quick and easy to make. That's something we look for right now for like our snacks and like our in between meals. So before we get into the menu, where did the name Savor Flavor come from?
Oh, coming up for the name. I wanted it either to I wanted it to be kind of catchy, the name. And I didn't want it to be so strict, like strictly Japanese. Like if you think of Japanese names, it could be like izakaya or omakase or something like that. Like somewhere along those lines. And I didn't want it to be so strict with the name that whatever we name it, it's going to be strictly Japanese food. So we have ideas of expanding to like other kinds of cuisines. So we're eyeing like maybe Chinese, Korean. So yeah, but then how I came up with the name is I wanted it to like when you think of it, I wanted you to think of like good food. So and I wanted it to rhyme. So savor flavor came into mind, like oh savor because savory, and then flavor, so the flavor. So when you say it, it kind of like rolls off your tongue. Savor flavor.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, that's really cool. And I like how what's this you chose to make the name that way also, so it doesn't limit you to like having different products, which is very like creative and very smart. But more on your products and the different items you have. What are some of the different menu items Savor Flavor has to offer?
Okay, so right now, the food that we're selling, we focus on the marinated meat. So first we have the beef guniku. So like that's basically marinated beef. So we have our own marinade. So we template it ourselves, and then so the ingredients are like authentic, coming from Japan. Like we really do our research and all that. And then the second one is pork chashu. So that's the one that you top on ramen. And then accompanying the chashu, we have our own like ramen sets. So we have concentrates of like miso. So if you want miso ramen, shoyu, so that's soy sauce based, and tonkotsu ramen. So that's more of like the pork bone broth ramen. And then we have noodles for that as well. So yeah, those are our products right now. And then we're thinking of expanding, maybe adding a sous vide like chicken teriyaki version. So we're still trying to look into it because we wanted it to be perfect. We didn't want to skimp on quality. Like just because we have a beef and a pork, we didn't want to add a chicken just because, you know. So we wanted to, if ever we're going to release another product, we wanted to be like good quality talaga. So yeah.
Wow. Actually, it sounds really good. Like it sounds like it's this type of food that I would have while rewatching Naruto episodes. but if there would be like one menu item that you'd be recommending to our audience to try, what would it be?
Oh, definitely I would let them try the chashu, man. Because how I would compare my the chashu of Savor Flavor, and actually how other people would compare it, is that it wouldn't even be comparable to like a Japanese resto. Because like us, like we really focused on the process of making like the chashu. So If you try to taste like chashu from your typical Japanese ramen restaurants, the commercialized one, it would taste more a bit salty, a bit too salty. But then for me, and the salt comes from because they put the pork or the pork belly roll or whatever they used to cook the chashu straight into like a marinade. And the reason what happens because of that is that there's too much of the soy sauce that goes into like the pork itself, and that's why it gets too salty.
So the flavor kind of ruins the meat.
Yeah, like it's too strong. It's too strong. But what we do is like we do a certain number of steps first before it even gets cooked inside that marinade. So we have it turns into a mixture of like sweetness, of saltiness, and also the pork flavor. And so it's really different. And on top of that, kahit simple pan fry lang, or if you have a torch, even better. It melts in your mouth now. It's like different kind now. So,
You've been talking about that chashu since before we were on air. So like, oh my gosh, I'm so hungry now. But anyway, what are the challenges that come with opening up a business during the pandemic? And also, do you service across Metro Manila or just in your area?
So to get the easier question out of the way, yeah, we service the Metro Manila. So actually, and in relation to that question, one of the challenges that we faced was that we didn't want to really add to like the infections of like COVID, diba? Like we didn't want, that's why we never really set up a physical booth. So if people wanted to buy, it would all be like, oh, we'll deliver it to you. We'll have it delivered to Grab or Lalamove. And what our customers really liked was that we didn't just tell them na, okay, kami na magbo-book for you. We also pay for the delivery. So for delivery, for products that are worth around 1,000 and up, kami na nag-ship, kami na nagko-cover ng delivery. So we cover it for them, not for everyone. So yeah.
All right. So where can we find you? And for anyone who wants to try Savor Flavor, what are your socials? How can we get in touch with you?
So we have a Facebook and Instagram. So it's at Savor Flavor PH there. So yeah, Savor SAVOR, Flavor FLAVOR, then PH. So PH. Then you can find us there.
All right, Ryle. Well, I'm sure a lot of people will be wanting to order from you after seeing those pictures and after how you've explained it. So please don't forget to drop your social media links on the comment section of our Facebook Live so people can find you easily. So thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Ryle. See ya.
Thank you. All right. I think I've said this about 5 times already, but I'm really hungry.
Really hungry.
Okay. Now, one thing we like to do when we catch up together is eat, right? And it's been a long time since we've gotten to catch up with each other and with our friends from radyo-katipunan. And like I've been seeing in our Zoom chat since a while ago, we've been saying a lot of us haven't even gotten to meet face-to-face yet because some of our shows are so new. They started during the pandemic. And when we were on campus, we hadn't really had the chance to meet each other yet. So joining us today to open up this year and close the previous one are our fellow hosts from radyo-katipunan, Sir Lester Mendiola from JMM Radio, B, who is still a letter from mine end, and new host from Campus Ministers on Air, Mike Ramirez. So hi everyone!
Hey guys!
Hi!
Hello! I love how you introduced me. You know my ano talaga.
Yes, of
my
course.
opening spiel.
We had to stay true to branding.
Thank you for that. Hello. Hi, Max. Hi, Austin.
Hey, B.
So,
hi, Liz. Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi there, everyone.
Hi, Mike. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you for the first time, Mike.
It's our first time. So, before we get into this, so you know that today we're just going to be talking about stuff that happened last year, stuff we hope for this year, and of course, how we celebrated Christmas. But to break the ice a bit, how would you describe 2021 in one emoji? So I think if I were to choose an emoji, it would be the, you know that emoji with like, it's not a wink, but like the cheeks are red, one eye is open, one eye is closed, and the mouth is kind of like in a pout position.
Right.
Yes, you know that emoji.
Yeah.
Okay, B, you go first.
Mine is the smiling with the teardrop. I think it's one of the top 5 emojis that I used since last year, since it came out also, I think.
Why is it that emoji though?
It's confusion in one emoji.
That's so true. And like that emoji is so flexible. You can use it for like so many feelings.
Exactly. It's like an omnibus emotion for the entire year, whatever feeling, whatever context. Yeah. So para bahala ka na mag-interpret.
All right. So Lester, your turn. You're still on mute.
Ang dami pero siguro if I'll be a human emoji to be like this.
That one. I know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, Mike.
How about
your
you,
turn.
Mike? Yeah.
I'll be choosing surprise emoji.
Oh.
So, yeah, there were a lot of surprises for me this year, 2021. One would be my permanency status in Ateneo.
Yeah.
So it's surprising. Yeah.
All right.
There.
Austin.
Okay, yeah. To close it off, I'll be saying maybe instead of 1, I'd have maybe 3 emojis.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So my first emoji would be a face palm emoji because it's a chain reaction. So it's first the face palm emoji every time we watch the news. And then it's the emoji where the guy goes like this.
The IDK emoji.
Yeah, the IDK emoji.
Yeah.
And then a dog emoji. Because I just got a dog last year. So it's the only thing that kind of makes sense now.
That's cute. That was the most positive emoji someone has said so far. Is your dog with you right now?
Yeah. But I must say, it's the nicest. If ever you were gonna get a dog, I mean, this is in the past already, but last year or maybe 2020 probably would have been the best time to get it. For like mental health reasons and also because if you have work and school, you have to go out. But since you're at home, work from home, or like just classes at home, the dog's just always with you. And then he just becomes so clingy. And compared to I used to have another dog kasi before, but yeah, it wouldn't be as clingy as now. So yeah, I'd say having a dog is very nice.
Yes, no
Super
matter.
agree with Austin on the dog.
Yes, Sir Les.
You guys should get a dog.
Your dog posts.
Oh wait, Sir Leslie, what's your dog?
He's a Maltese.
Oh, that's such a cute dog.
Ano ba ang dog mo, Austin? What's your dog?
I just got a chow chow.
Oh.
Yeah. They're so clingy. But they get so what's this, territorial, it gets scary sometimes, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, if you have other people who come in, so yeah, that's why they're really a house dog. Mm-hmm.
Right. Ours is a beagle kasi, so super hyper.
Snoopy.
Super hyper, yeah.
But doesn't it help like having a dog? Like every time like you see the news, or it's just nice to have your dog. Yeah.
But it takes a lot of work to take care of them. But yeah, it's
that too.
Happy stress.
That's true.
Part of my pre-show ritual is always to make sure I hug Bailey. Bailey, my Shih Tzu. Hi, Bailey. I know you're watching or probably napping.
Or eating.
Yeah, or eating.
I bet you're so jealous of that, huh?
Oh, stop. Okay, anyway. So, back to wrapping up the previous year. How did you all feel at the beginning of the year, and how did that kind of change towards the end? So, to give everyone the thinking time, I'll start. So at first, I kind of felt like hopeful because like I remember the Christmas of 2020, our cases were going down and like there were like there was news of like, oh, maybe things will go back to normal soon. Things will open up little by little. We'll probably go back to campus next year. And then like the months after that turned out to be very different. So then at the end of it, like at the end of those few months, I was kind of like, okay, it's kind of hard to have expectations right now because things are so unpredictable and things changed. And I guess towards the end of the year, like there was that jaded feeling there. But of course, like trying to stay happy, trying to look for like the fun in every day as best as you can. But I guess like that's how my views changed over the course of the year. So, Mike, you first.
Oh, I was actually sad when 2021 started. As a campus minister, knowing the fact that the graduates of 2021 were not going to March, it really broke my heart. But if as time went by, habang papatapos na yung 2021, nagbago siya kasi nagkakaroon na ako ng mga surprises and sources of excitement. So I ended 2021 with a bang, actually.
That's good. That's really great. Sir Les, your turn.
Siguro, I'll piggyback with what you said, Max, at the very beginning, parang hopeful, and then the cases started, and then hopeful again because we started getting vaccinated this year, diba? Last year, and then parang pababa yung mga cases. And then we're starting to feel a bit normal. We started working twice a week. We are in Ateneo. So there's some kind of normalcy in it. Pero parang at the latter part, parang tumataas na naman yung cases. No? So, pero I guess hopeful is... Is it an emotion or it's the parang yun yung nangibabaw na feeling for last year?
Well, that's good. Hopeful. We really look for hope. Now, Sir Les, when you said like this year, last year, when there was that confusion, I super felt that because like sometimes I feel like 2020 and 2021 were the same year. Like time doesn't feel real anymore. It feels like it was just one big year, so it gets a bit confusing.
Someone said 2022 is the same as 2020 because it's 2022.
Oh my gosh, please no, please. I've been seeing that everywhere.
Oh, I did not hear that, so that was a treat hearing it for the first time.
We've taken steps forward. Let's continue taking steps forward, please.
Let's hope so. But I do agree with that, though. There are times I talk to my friends and they say, yo, that was in 2020 pa. I was like, oh, really? So I'm like, so yeah, there are just times you fix that. Do you feel the same way, B? About, the years just sticking together?
Yeah, kasi parang for me, same it's like one whole year, one big chunk. It's like a block of timeline. Dito lang tayo lahat. So yeah, I still get confused about last year. Basta, so I stopped actually using the years na. Sinasabi ko na lang during pandemic, pre-pandemic. So it's easier that way.
Yeah, true. But how did it make you feel though at the beginning of the year? Like even though it did seem kind of stuck together, like how did like the start of... I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, like the string of that year. For me kasi 2021, especially during the second quarter, I think I tried to stop looking at it as pandemic times na. So inisip ko na lang I would stop referring things related to pandemic or whatever. Let's just continue to live the life like how we are now. So inisip ko na lang parang okay, regardless kung pandemic o hindi, ano yung pwede kong gawin na hindi siya tali with the pandemic. Of course, we have to think about the safety. We're also still being careful. We're still being considerate about the things around us, and we're still mindful about that. But yeah, in the context also of our show sa Minded, so we promote mental health also. So parang hindi na kasi healthy to think about pandemic. Everyday na lang pandemic.
True, yes.
So I tried living around or within na lang, or parang try to sort of have that to live within the means of that world na lang. So parang it's not really hopeful na parang sana matapos na lahat ng ito. It's really more hopeful na parang marami pa akong pwedeng gawin. I can still do a lot. So that's the general feeling towards the end na rin of 2021 in pagtawid ng 2022.
Yeah, true. But I actually really like that sentiment. It's very it's a really nice sentiment because I was also thinking that like earlier this year about because every time there's a pandemic or there's a lockdown, you kind of prepare for like, oh, I will be inside. Like it's like your life kind of stops for a bit, or you change like how you go about your day. So it's really good to just to plan for it. And
exactly. Let's not let the pandemic dictate our lives. Parang ganun kasi yun eh. Coming from a control freak. No.
Same. I really felt that. Okay, so now joining us is James, who engineers our show. So hi, James. If you heard the emoji question a while ago, please tell us, what emoji would you use to describe 2021? You're still on mute. There you go.
Yeah, for 2021, the emoji the thinking emoji. Because for 2021, parang I'm still at shock, or like personally, there are a lot of plot twists that happened during 2020, and 2021 for me was actually a very exciting year. So that's why I'm thinking like what's gonna happen next, kasi 2021, if there are like a sort of not so good plot twist in 2020, there are a lot of good plot twists that happened to me 2021. So I am thinking what's next.
Manifest more good plot twists this year. So to our audience, for those watching, if you want to participate and send us an emoji to describe how the last year has been for you, please feel free to do so in the comments. I want to see that, and I kind of want to discover some new emojis too. So checking the comments, my dad said Bailey is eating my hand. Okay, so that's what's going on right now with my dog. So we were part right. He is eating. All right. So
man, I'm getting hungry.
Okay, so in 2021, we saw the rise and fall of a lot of new trends, and also like a lot of new things, new shows, new music, new everything. So now let's talk about like our discoveries or like unearthings of the last year. So B, you want to start? Tell us, what's something you binge watched?
Oh, shoot, ang dami doon. Well,
your favorite.
Okay. I started, this is like a classic na rin, siguro for my age, no? I started binge watching the entire Harry Potter collection. Paulit-ulit lang siya. I mean, it's a comfort film kahit na intense yung mga scenes.
What's your favorite of the 8?
And what's your house?
Okay. I don't know pa. Sa house kasi parang it's hard to choose. But I think for sa book kasi I really enjoyed Azkaban.
Me too.
Same. That was my favorite. That was my favorite.
Oh my gosh, ganun, sobra. Pero sa film, I liked Azkaban also. Pero ang ganda kasi ng visuals ng Order of the Phoenix and Half-Blood Prince. Like, ang ganda niya. And of course, yun na, yung mga pagka-super intense na talaga, ganyan. And then they started wearing clothes or like costumes na hindi na Hogwarts uniform. Parang, cool na sila. but yeah, so you can see the progression of the characters also. So parang, okay, magiging out tayo, nagiging film show to. But yeah, I think yun yung parang favorite ko. So tumawid rin siya. Actually, I watched the entire Harry Potter collection, and then I also downloaded the audiobooks. So parang after the film, audiobook, and then balik sa film.
Did you watch the anniversary thing that they released?
Yeah, not yet because things have been crazy busy the past few weeks, few days. But nasa pipeline yan because I've been seeing a lot of like news and tidbits at Twitter, and then I'm like, no, don't show it to me.
Yeah, and I feel like you'll enjoy it because you just watched you went through everything.
Still, katatapos ko lang actually the other day, katatapos ko lang ng part 7. 7 part 2.
Okay.
So, balik ako sa 1, maybe tomorrow.
Oh, no. What's that? Fantastic Beasts.
Fantastic. Pwede din. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sige. Downloading it now.
Sir Lester, unmuted. So, Sir Lester, what was your binge of the year?
Well, I actually have a lot of K-drama recommendations. I think I shared it with you, Max.
Yes, you did.
Pero siguro ang highlight for 2021 for me, at least for those my age, I feel old, is Friends, the reunion.
I love that.
So, I don't know what's with Friends. Parang they didn't kasi parang if I want a happy show, it's my go-to show.
Yes.
Even if I've watched it many, many times from seasons 1 to the end, I don't know. Parang nakakatawa pa din siya eh. Tapos, and it's so, parang nakaka-happy to see them together. And parang, because I've been watching it, I think it's a Channel 5 yata noon. Di ba, B?
Yes, age reveal, of course. Yeah.
So, parang nakarelate or I was able to journey with them when I was watching the reunion for 2021. Yung best show ever for me.
I agree with that, Sir Lester. One of my favorite shows also.
Friends
Especially, yeah.
Yes, you first.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like, I really love Chandler. Just Chandler and Joey, like, them in the show is just really my favorite. Right? How about you guys? What's your guys' favorite, like, characters from Friends, if you guys, like, really like Friends?
You know, everyone was funny in their own way, so it's kind of hard to pick a favorite. But one thing I noticed is B talked about Harry Potter and then the Harry Potter reunion, and then now Sir Les is talking about Friends and the Friends reunion. So it's like we're seeing a lot of reunions the past few years, which is also cute and super senti. I don't think I've watched any of those reunions without crying yet.
Yeah, I remember what's this. The Friends one really got, like, on my mom, my sister, they were really crying a lot because they really love, like, my sister until now would still rewatch every day. Like, it's her, when I'm done with work, I'd watch Friends. That's her, like, distress.
What's that science sitcom? Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Super
Also on-
love that show as well. I don't know if they ended in 2021. Probably 2020, but
2020.
I think
No, I think earlier,
They
no,
ended
19.
earlier.
19.
Yeah.
Before the
19.
pandemic.
2021 ko lang napanood yung
Yeah.
parang latest episodes and nakaka-touch, di ba? Yung ano.
Oh my God, yung ending, iniyakan ko siya ng sobra. Ugly cry, guys. I'm not even gonna deny it. But yeah.
Yeah, I actually really, like, I still watch Big Bang Theory until now. It's very, like, that one and Friends, the characters are very comfortable. They're like your friends. So parang like, you can just watch them in the back.
I kind of get the vibe.
Diba? Parang you're just chilling with them while they're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another one is ano eh.
Yeah.
Another one that I'm binge watching now is yung Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yes. Me also. You know, I watch all of those. Like, I love sitcom shows, so that, Seinfeld, all those, I really love watching those. Yeah.
Mike
But
and
yeah.
James, what were your binges?
Yeah, for me, lahat K-dramas eh. So like last year, I was
Same.
able to finish Vincenzo. Then, well, on the last quarter of 2021, I just noticed, parang hindi na ako nakakatagal ng isang episode. Yung parang ang dali ko ng antukin. So, sabi ko, totoo ba talaga na ganito yung feeling when pagpawala na sa kalendaryo? Ganon yung feels. Hindi ka na makatagal ng isang
Age
buong
reveal.
episode. Age reveal.
Hey,
pero
it'll
ano,
last longer that way.
Yeah, kasi 1 hour and a half. Well, I tried English series like Brooklyn 99. Friends, I haven't watched that, honestly. Manifest, I'm happy that Manifest is on Netflix now, so I can now continue watching Manifest. So like, I'm already on the 3rd episode. So, yeah, looking forward to 2022, finishing those English series.
Actually, I'm opposite with that because I always watch I don't watch as much K-drama. So, like, what's a really good one you would recommend? Because I've only seen Squid Game.
Well, if you wish to watch something that's like action related, it's Vincenzo. So you get to know about mafia thingy. But the one thing that I'm finishing right now is Hometown Cha Cha Cha. So I really find it so beautiful. Like, parang gusto ko na rin pumunta ng probinsya. Parang ganun. Probinsya feels.
That's 5 stars on my rating.
I was about to say that's like one of the ones on top of Sir Lester's recommendations list.
Ooh, I gotta check that out. So it's like a rom-com, right? Na they go to the province.
Yes.
Yeah, only... Yeah, go ahead, Lester.
Ano siya, very touching, diba? And funny, James, at the same time.
Yes.
And it's parang community as well. Kasi parang small town yung pinuntahan nila.
Yes, actually, if we're going to put it in our context, our story could be likened to the lady to the dentist. It's like we're from Manila.
No spoilers, please.
Yeah.
No spoilers. Not everyone's seen it.
Oo nga pala.
Okay, Mike, before James spoils something.
Alright, ako, kung si Sir Lester, probably ilang beses niya na napanood yung Friends, no? Alam niyo ba guys, kakasimula ko lang ng Friends for the first time.
Oh.
So, first time ko pa lang siya napapanood. And congratulate me, I'm in season 2 na.
Congratulations!
Yes. And yun, so parang at the end of the day, after working, di ba, work from home, so pinapakiramdaman ko yung sarili ko, ano yung gusto ko ngayong maramdaman? Gusto ko bang tumawa? So I would go to watching Friends, no? Pero pag naisip ko na, I wanna go back to fantasies and dreams in my childhood, I would watch Lock and Key. I think it's a new series.
Yes,
yeah. Pero pag naisip ko, parang medyo bored yung araw ko. Parang gusto ko ngayon mag-isip at humabol sa mga arguments. I would watch Suits. Kakasimula ko lang. And medyo late ako kasi ngayon ko lang na-figure out yung isang character. Meghan Markle?
Yes.
Yeah. Nasa yung napangasawa ng prince. Hindi ko alam. Like, sobrang late ako sa lahat.
I actually loved Suits also.
I've never gotten around to seeing it.
Legal drama siya.
But I always hear it's really good. Like, my sister loves that show.
Yeah. I think nakatatlo rin ulit ako dyan sa Suits.
Oh, wow.
Pero wala ginagawa.
Well, if we're talking about shows that we've watched multiple times, I was late to watching Crash Landing on You. I only saw it in 2021 and I think it came out the year before and I loved it. Like I watched it I think twice or thrice and I cried over the same things every time because like it was so nice. And then like Sir Lester is one of the reasons why I also went on like a K-drama black hole. Two others I liked were Hwarang and Legend of the Blue Sea, which is about like a mermaid coming to Earth. And then Hwarang is like about the time, like their olden days, like the time of Hwarangs who were like the guards of the queen. It was a very interesting watch. And V from BTS is there. So that was fun. Austin, you, because you're laughing the hardest. You, speak.
Oh, well, for me, actually, what was I watching this? Most of what I was watching was actually very Marvel. I'm a very like comic fan. So
of course.
Yeah. So I was super like Marvel was like releasing something every few months. So I was just like super happy. Like WandaVision, then Falcon Winter Soldier, then Shang-Chi, Loki, Eternals, the Spider-Man. Oh, Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Okay. But I just have to say for me it lives up to the hype. It lives up to the hype. Yeah. For me it was good. So I hope you guys watch it and enjoy it as much as I did.
Its official digital release will be on February 28th for those who wanted to know. So just one more month of waiting and then we'll finally get to see it. But I agree with you. 2021 was actually such a Marvel year because I think in 2020 they had to delay all of the releases because they didn't know what would happen. Mm-hmm. But I do have to say my favorite Marvel TV show, I think, from the ones they released last year is WandaVision. I think WandaVision was such a strong start and I really liked the story they came up with for it. There were a lot of things I wasn't able to predict.
Yeah. Ganda rin yung treatment ng WandaVision.
Right? Yeah.
But
Like,
storytelling, the cinematography,
everything.
Yeah.
Like, I think B, you can relate to this. You're a teacher, but like I think WandaVision is something you can show students to kind of break down and analyze because there's so much to it on like the different levels of how it was made, like from the acting, the script,
Yeah.
visual effects, everything. Like it was such a good series.
It's smart din yung color grading nila.
Yeah.
Okay, we're geeking out. But
Yes.
yeah, ang galing, no? They really used it as a tool to tell a story. So, ang galing. Siya.
And I found it to be a very brave first show to put out.
Yes, it was.
Right? Because I feel like either Loki or maybe even Falcon would have been a bet. Like, it's just what you're used to.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, right?
Yeah.
WandaVision was kind of experimental.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
It works so well, though.
It worked.
Yeah.
Super.
And it set the bar very high for like all of the TV shows that came after it. Okay, but like I think it would take us another hour to just completely unpack everything that Marvel did last year.
It would. Yeah. So, but moving forward also, like there were a lot of music that was also released during the pandemic. So for you guys, what would it be? But just how about Maxine? Why don't you start us off?
You want me to start? Because like if I start, I'm going to say BTS and that'll take me like 3 hours to just go through and finish. But like Sir Lester and B know how much I spammed them with my universe and like the different dance breaks from Dynamite and Butter. So like, you know what? I'm just going to stop there. But then like, yeah, like BTS has been around for so long, but I only started listening to them last year. And like one of the best decisions of my life, the serotonin I get from just listening to their songs, watching their videos. So fun. Right, Sir Les?
I agree. I'm not a member of the army, but
you will be.
But I think they have very good collaborations in 2021, and they were very creative. And then I super like the Crossroads episode with James Corden.
Yeah, the Crosswalk
Yes,
musical.
so-
That was so fun to watch.
So aside from JMM, I also listen to yes. Love your own.
All right, Mike, since I see you thumbs up.
Sa totoo lang, medyo mahina ako sa following pagdating sa kanta eh. Parang context lang sa lahat ng viewers and listeners natin ngayon. Kasi pumasok ako ng Formation House. So parang doon sa first Formation House ko, parang 3 years ako sa loob. So secluded, wala talagang contact sa labas. Tapos pumasok din ako nag-try din ako sa Jesuit. So parang medyo, enclosed yung buhay ko. Cloistered, if I may use the term. So paglabas ko, hindi ako masyadong familiar dun sa pop and fad culture. So parang kailangan ko mag-keep up talaga. Napansin niyo naman even sa shows, di ba? So parang ganun. So sa ngayon, I don't have any song na, to be honest, I'm into listening folk, rock, and country pa din. Old soul talaga.
So like, what's one of your favorite like those old soul like bands or like artists?
I like Bread.
Bread.
Make It With You, Aubrey, like very, very old soul.
A good one. Bread, classic.
Yeah, exactly, Sir Les. And guys, trivia. Paglabas ko pa lang ng Formation House, hindi ko kilala si Ariana Grande. Shoot me.
Wow.
So I have a lot of catching up to do with you guys.
Yes, you do. And you came to the right place, actually.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm actually more on you because I also don't, when it comes to new music, I don't know much because I like also listening to old music. Like, I would used to listen to Beatles or, because like a lot of my relatives would like playing Beatles or Stevie Nicks. So I like listening to like those old like types of music.
All right, James, it's your turn.
Yeah, I feel like being possessed by an old person because I happen to listen to James Taylor and Christopher Cross. Si Christopher Cross, na-discover ko lang siya kasi I remember when we're doing Simbang Gabi sa Ateneo, sa Jesu, there is this, we actually got somebody to take care of the sound system. So bago mag soundcheck and everything, yung nagra-run ng music was kanta ni Christopher Cruz. So like for 9 days, yun yung naririnig kong kanta. So from that time on, when I happened to buy a small speaker on my desk, so pinakikinggan ko na siya din. Ay, okay, sa kanya pala yung kanta na Sailing, tapos wala, ang ganda. Well, All That Heart talaga ako. I'm not that really versed with the present songs, but yeah, old songs, yeah.
How about you, B? Are you also more an old soul, or would you say you like a lot of new music, or like K-pop, or yeah?
Halo. Well, kasi for one, that's my job.
Oh, sure. Okay, like BTS, or
so like I can appreciate, or ano ba? I do appreciate like the different like genres of music, because I have to be programmed to do that or to be like that. So wala akong favorite or go-to genre. Like halo-halo. Sometimes, example, kasi I like listening to music while doing yoga. So minsan naka-JMM mode ako, or sometimes naka R&B playlist ako. I just like pick random playlists sa digital stores. This morning, kasi nasa banner ng ng streaming service yung The Beatles workout playlist.
So what did you work out to?
And then I'm like, pagkaka-play ko, hey Jude, sure ka ba? Wait, how is that for working out? Di ba ako, okay, sige, nag-gets ko lang. There's this flow, and then, okay, sige, okay, it works.
Bakit Tai Chi? For older people.
Maybe nga, sabi ko, okay, maybe just for like the Zen type. Pero hindi, halo-halo talaga siya. So it's more like, parang and then biglang nagpa-progress siya into the rock genre na talaga. So I really don't have any favorites. I just do whatever. So because I listen to musicals also, I listen to classical music, I listen to instrumental music, mga mashups also, ganyan, collaborations. But one thing that I want to highlight, yung sinabi nga ni Lester about BTS having collaborations, that's actually a good, or a very exciting thing about music ng 2020, 2021. Ang daming collaborations. So, yes. it hindi lang siya collaborations of the different artists, so pati genre nagko-collaborate. So, it's not just pop anymore. Hindi lang siya pop. So, it's like minsan pop out in the electro dance romance.
Okay. I actually do have a question for the BTS fans out there. So even you, Maxine, yes. Because I've heard from my cousin that BTS music has changed, and I don't know if that's true or not. Do you guys think that the music changed? Like it became more, like from my cousin, she said it became more Americanized. I don't know if that's true though.
Like I said, I only started listening to them like last year. So like the first songs I listened to of theirs were the newer ones. So like Dynamite onwards. And then like I worked my way back. And then I think that there was a change, but I don't think it would be considered Americanization or something like that. But like you know how like the earlier days it was more like K-pop. Like, do you know the traits of K-pop? Now it's very like there's a certain type of production that goes into it, and then very dance upbeat. And then like I think in the recent years their dance numbers music, it changed. I don't know how to explain it, but then like there are different influences. Like if the earlier albums were like their influences were the older K-pop groups, now their influences are like people like Bruno Mars. There's some Michael Jackson in there, so I think
it's more
that's
like
probably
broad
what
now.
they're hearing. Yeah,
that's true.
Well, Sir Les, as JMM, is there anything you'd like to say about that?
About BTS?
To answer Austin's question.
Well, I think just like you, I am a new fan. I'm not the hardcore type of fan, but I think they just want to appeal to bigger audience and more international audience, other than their audience in Korea. And then the collaborations made it possible for
Yeah.
them. And it's not just pop, diba? Parang
Yeah.
rock. There's a bit of soul and other kinds of music that they infused in their songs. So, and I think was very effective because of those collaborations.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. Yeah, I think it's just part of the artist's evolution and the artist's growth din eh. Like to explore other types of genre and sound din. Kasi mali mo next month bigla sila mag-country. Who knows?
Actually,
Can they pull it off, right?
They are releasing songs like supposedly within the next few months. So let's see what they do, because like I'm pretty sure it's going to be very different from the last. I think what they're very good at is reinventing themselves. Like they know how to establish an era per album and then kind of just go with it. Like Taylor Swift, like how she did Red was so different from how she did Fearless or how she did Reputation. These artists are like so good at establishing like eras per thing they release, and I think it's really smart because it builds the world. Like that's harder to do with music, because when you have movies like what we talked about with Marvel, you have like a storyline you're following, which is easier to see in a movie because it's, or a TV show, because you can see it, so it's easier to immerse. But then with music, them adding this visual identity to their albums, like for me, it really helps the listening experience also. It makes it a lot more unique. Yeah, so anyway, our nerding out has brought us to almost 6 p.m. So let's end on a good note. So 2022 is here. It's a new year. What are your hopes and plans for the years? Like for the new year, like personally and for your shows, since I think things are going to be a bit different this year. So Mike, since you're the new host, you start.
All right. So personally, Max, I'm glad you asked. No, isa sa mga hopes and expectation ko ngayon, part na rin ng prayer ko, no, financial stability. Kailangan ko to. Tapos tuloy-tuloy lang sa studies ko, sa masters. And for the show naman, Campus Ministers on Air, we are actually expanding. Since it's Campus Ministers on Air, we are inviting campus ministers from different Ateneo schools to be on board to the show. Parang for this particular week, kayo naman yung mag-host, and for the other week, ito. So iba-ibang schools. So nagro-rotate yung hosting. So I think it's going to be fun and more interesting kasi magkakaroon na ng variety in terms of the hosting, content, reach. Yan. So very hopeful kami dito sa magiging collaboration namin with other Ateneo schools.
That's going to be exciting. I'm seeing a recurring theme of collaborations and reunions here today. So B, you next.
Okay, for me, hopes and expectations, the same pa rin, I guess. But for me, because I started this thing towards the fourth quarter of the year last year, of surrounding myself with beautiful things in terms of touching the different senses. So yeah, the sense of smell, sobrang na-addict na ako ngayon sa scented candles. Sense of hearing.
Me too.
Ayan na. Right?
Yes.
Diba? Parang, it's just so relaxing. So sense of, sense of taste, I'm experimenting in the kitchen more. Alam niyo yan. Maxine.
Yes. Your
kitchen experiments.
Your no-bake pastry
stuff, yes. And then for a sense of hearing, more audiobooks, good music, podcasting, and everything. Sense of touch. So I think more physical siya kasi sa yoga mas nagiging mindful, and I'm really trying different poses and different flows also. And then sense of sight, fresh cut flowers. Wala akong green thumb so hindi na ako magiging plantita, hindi na ako mangarap. So, okay na ako sa fresh cut flowers. Like, kunyari, this one, we got this with Justin. Dry up na siya, pero they're still vibrant. Don't ask me what kind of flowers these are. Hindi ko rin masasagot. But they're just really nice to look at. So, I'm hoping to continue that moving forward. And then for the show naman, well, honestly, hindi pa kami nagre-regroup sa Minded. But sabi ni Patrick, meron na daw siyang idea for the first episode and then bahala na. But I am hoping, because we have this segment like yung life lessons from strangers. So we're hoping to parang encourage more people to also share their life lessons. Kasi we also believe that you don't really have to be like a professional for you to have something to share.
Yes.
So we believe in extraordinary and ordinary stories. So that's something that I'm looking forward to. And of course, more collaborations with the other shows. This is really a good start. So, yun.
It's fun to collaborate with the other shows. Like, we love having you guys here.
Yes,
so,
it is.
James.
Yeah, for me, I'm actually keeping a bucket list for my road to 30. So 2022 basically is the year where I will be turning 30. So I'm keeping a list for me to tick off. So some of those in my list I was able to tick off during the first week of January. So
Wow,
it's pat on my shoulders. Then I just hope that I'll be able to finish my master's. My master's is still pending. Shout out to my Sose fam. Sana matapos ko na. Gusto ko na matapos. And also, as for the show, we're actually cooking something. A new show for RK, which will represent scientists and engineers. So, soon.
That's going to be
we'll
something to
that.
watch out for.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, like, you have a bucket list for things you want to do before you turn 30. That's actually a good idea to have, like, whether it's like a bucket list or checklist of things you want to accomplish, like either this year or just things you want to do in general without giving yourself a timeline. It's actually a very good, I don't know, exercise or something to keep your mind occupied, because like I kind of started one last year, and then when you tick things off, no matter how many you do in a month or how little you do in a month or week, there's something so satisfying as knowing that, okay, I got something done, I removed it from the list, and at the same time, the things you haven't been able to do, it's nice to be able to look at them because it gives you something to look forward to or work towards, which has helped me a lot given how things have been lately.
Yes, and you have to write it down. You have to write. You have to write it
see
down.
it. Like, you have to see it. You have to write it. It's part of it. Like, it's part of the process. All right, Sir Les.
For me, I guess, in terms of hope, I hope that this year is going to be the end of the pandemic.
Yes.
And probably I also hope that since election is coming up, I hope that people will discern whose name to shade on that ballot. And then with regards to our show, last year, actually, we planned our content for the first quarter of the year. So, and then we've beefed up our show with a new producer. Hopefully, our youngest one. So, she's a college student. So, hopefully, we'll have more ideas on how to make our show better. And then, don't forget to watch our show tonight at 7 p.m. here on radyo-katipunan. Nag-plug.
Of course. Of course. Well, I'll
You
be
guys
there,
heard it first.
I think I can echo what most of you said. That this year, like, in the context of the show, I hope to be able to do a show with you guys in real life, to see everyone face to face safely. Hopefully, this year is the year we get to meet face to face. And like, I just want to echo what B said also, to think of more collabs, more fun collabs, and think of like ways to just get the like to change the show up a bit, like maybe new segments. But yes, I would love to do more collabs. And then personally, I said this in one of my philosophy orals before school ended last year, but I said, like, right now the goal is to be a little happier than I was the year before. And personally, I think I'll keep that as a goal. So the goal for this year is to be a little bit happier than I was last year, and hopefully that will keep us going. So wait, I didn't get to show this a while ago, but let's use this as a metaphor. This was the first thing I crocheted last year, and this was the last thing I crocheted last year. So I am manifesting more steps forward.
Character development. There we go.
Yes, exactly. I'm manifesting positive character development this year. So you, Austin.
Well, yeah, to end things, right? I mean, I just want to air out the same sentiments you guys had, which was it's really nice to collab with a lot of hosts. Like, just this episode right now was just an example of like how fun conversations could be with collaborating with different hosts from radyo-katipunan. So it is something that that would be really good going forward. And also, yes, to get more amazing guests for our show would be an amazing thing and something we'll be doing. And on a more personal note, what's this? I maybe personally I'd like to be more organized this sem because last time I think because okay, yes, you don't need to I can see what you're doing. Yes. But yeah, what's this? I think I was not as organized as I was last time as I'd like to be. So I'm trying to fix that this coming year. Yeah.
Okay, so now that there's accountability, that was on record, that's on
Okay,
Facebook,
yeah,
that's
there
gonna
we go.
be here forever. In our year ender, I'm going to bring this
Oh,
back.
it's gonna bite me in the butt, isn't it? Okay.
I'm
All
going to
right.
bring this back and be like, so how's this going?
Okay. Well, what's this?
Okay, so
It's a good like
before we-
reminder. It's a good reminder.
Yes, it's a good reminder, so keep reminding yourself. So
I will, I
anyway,
will.
before we end, one emoji or maybe 3 emojis to describe how you hope 2022 is gonna go. My emoji is going to be the party emoji, like the one blowing a party popper with the party hat, because I hope that this year will be fun and better than it was before. So, B.
Ooh, I like the sparkle emoji.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, the sparkle emoji. It's so hopeful and so happy lang to look at it. That's me.
Mike.
How about yeah.
Mine would be the one with the halo. So, more prayerful year for me. No? Isa sa mga pinagdadasal ko talaga, guys, yung makapag-marcha yung mga graduates natin. Parang it's a momentous event. So, I'm praying for that. And going back to face-to-face encounters with teachers and students. So, New Year is newness, no? So, maybe new playlist for me. You know? Yes.
As someone who is part of the senior batch now, that is one thing I'm praying for also. A nice graduation on campus. Sir Les.
Emoji with a party hat. Siguro. Hoping to see more people face to face. Hopefully, when cases go down. I had a bit of that last quarter of 2021, and hopefully more of that in 2022. Kasi I haven't seen a lot of people in person, and then hopefully the Radyo Katipunan hosts can gather na soon in person, di ba? Kasi
yes,
many of us, we haven't even met in person.
I don't think I've met all of you guys in person. I'd like to do that one day.
Same.
Hopefully.
Hopefully this is the year we can do it, because like we've had plans the past 2 years and then like something always happens and then the plans don't push through. So hopefully this is the year where our plans push through.
Well, if nobody parties in Poblacion, maybe.
Oh my gosh, stop. Okay, who's next? Who's next?
Who is James? Yeah.
Yeah, for me, the emoji that I'm looking forward for 2022 will be the emoji with the shades. Because I believe the sun's gonna shine brighter this 2022.
Nice. Austin?
Well, Sir Lester actually took my emoji of choice, so I'll go with the emoji where the guy's head got exploded. Because that's going to be my reaction when I find out it's going to be back to normal, because it feels like this has been going on for so long. It's going to be mind-blowing just if everything goes back to normal. Yeah, that's mine.
What a choice of emoji. Okay, so before we end, I just want to read some of the comments. So from Phoebe, her emoji of the past year was a sad face, so we hope to change that. And then from my friend Nessie, Hufflepuff represent. So B, I hope you put on the sorting hat soon and you find your Hogwarts house. And Phoebe also said, I've been rewatching and rereading Harry Potter also. Slytherin here. So B, I hope that you can also tell us your Hogwarts house soon. Everyone here, sort yourselves. I just want to know. I just want to see. It's gonna be funny. Okay, but before we end, I just want to invite everyone to attend a class given by my dad. So James, please put the poster beside me here. Home recording, producing a demo like a pro by my dad, Gino Cruz. So this is part of the Archipelago hashtag Go the Next Level. So this is a course on home recording, producing a demo like a pro, as I said. He will walk you through the entire process of building your home setups, what you need to record your music, and what to do to produce a demo that you can confidently present. So he'll walk you through the industry-grade tools for arranging and mixing so you can create a clean demo that every music lover deserves to hear. Enrollment is ongoing at www.archipelago.com. That's spelled A-R-T like art, K-I-P-E-L-A-G-O. The link will be up in the comments after this stream. So now's the perfect time to do it since we're all at home. Not all of us can go to a studio, so let's get that studio on at home, and that's useful for all of us in here. So, guys, Sir Lester, all of you, maybe if you want to pick up a new skill, now's the time to do it.
Yeah, that would be really good to do. But if I'm looking at the clock, I think it's 6:05, and I think it is time to close. So to wrap up another episode of New Wave, we just want to thank James for always handling our broadcast, and of course to Sir Justin for always having our backs.
Sir Justin, we hope you feel better soon. Now to our audience, thank you once again for joining us today, and we look forward to seeing you all next time. So please join us next Wednesday, January 19, for another lively, fun-filled afternoon.
Don't miss out. Follow us on Instagram at newwave.rk to stay updated. Catch the replay on Radio-Katipunan 87.9 FM Facebook page, YouTube, and Twitter Live, all of which go by at Radio-Katipunan.
But most of all, thank you to our guests, our friends, B, Mike, Sir Lester, and James for being here today, for joining our conversation. We had fun, and I hope we get to talk about all of these shows, movies, and songs in detail soon. Mike, this is your call to catch up. You have to catch up so you can nerd with us over the Marvel TV shows.
Yes.
Yeah.
Noted.
And tell us your favorite Friends characters also when you finish the show.
And your Hogwarts house. That's your assignment. That's your homework. Hogwarts house. Hogwarts house. Favorite Friends character. And I'm just going to add BTS bias just to make sure that you're fully caught up.
All right.
All right, so once again, this has been your midweek gang who's always ready to hang. I'm Max.
And I'm Austin. And this has been New Wave. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Happy New Year.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
If it's entertainment you crave,
catch us on
New Wave. Surfing through the latest on our shores.
Every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m.
New Wave. See you there.
Radyo Katipunan. News, insights, inspiration. Radyo Katipunan. Down from the hill and down to the world. Radyo Katipunan. The voice of the Blue Eagle.
Radyo, 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 radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo Katipunan. Radyo, radyo, radyo Katipunan. Radyo, radyo, Katipunan. Voice of the Blue Eagle, kami di mapipigil sa pagbabalitang tumpak at tama. Buhay at tenista, sa loob sa labas ng eskwela, ating ibibida lahat ng kwela. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, 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 Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Radyo, Katipunan. Kawal ni Ignacio, Katipunero sugod. todo sa kayon, tulong at tulong. Lipat na Blue Eagle, galing